How's your armored dildy, or whatever you called it earlier?
Armor dildo.
Yeah. Did you get that cleaned up, or?
That's why I got tetanus. I got tinnitus.
Tinnitus and tetanus are a whole bunch of different. That's fucking different, sir. What are you fucking yourself between the ears?
I saw a video the other day, right? This dude and his wife are at like a concert, whatever. And she's in line for like a shirt or whatever.
I'm just wondering how you fucked your ears.
Anyway, she's got her video going, and she turns around, her husband's doing this, like to nothing. She's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Fucking nothing."
That's marriage, anyways. It's like
I can attest that is not true. I can attest that is not true, sir.
It depends upon the marriage, I guess.
You have a shitty marriage then if you're not getting laid.
How that doesn't answer the question. How the fuck did you get tinnitus with fucking putting a dildo in your ear?
No, I don't own a dildo.
Where does that? That's what I'm trying to get to.
It was a joke. Shit. It was a joke, not a dick. Don't take it so hard, Matt. Fuck.
At least I don't have tinnitus up the ears.
Tinnitus. I have tinnitus in the ear. Is it tetanus? I have tetanus in the ears if that's the case.
How do you get...
Shut up, it's gonna rain here soon.
What does that have to do with that?
I don't know, but my phone thought I needed to know it. Hi, everybody.
I have so many questions.
And I have so little answers.
Someone could look.
I think I should have said so few answers. I'm gonna redact what I said earlier. I have so few answers.
that iron dildo.
Yeah, it's called the United States military.
That's called the green weenie.
Or the iron dildo.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay, so you know how my dog loves bandanas?
How do we get from iron dildos to your dog?
Well, you were talking about like the green weenie in the military. Anyway, I was trying to tell you that we got the dog a bandana. It's the U.S. flag, but with like digicami print inside of it too. It's pretty cool.
Oh, pretty motivated. Okay.
And he's a poodle. You know, he's German. He's gonna be wearing an American flag. Suck mine, schnitzel.
You're fucking. How high are you, sir?
I'm not. I had a couple drinks.
Just say yes.
I'm flying in a few days. Yes.
Yes.
But I am. But no. But like, I have been drinking. That's nothing new.
Cut to the intro.
Yay, alcoholism.
That would suck. Welcome to the Article 1776 podcast. I am MK Warhammer, or Matt. This is the...
Have been drinking.
Alcoholism.
So, yay! Scottsdale 87. Unless you're Instagram, then it's Scottsdale_87.
Yeah, it's whatever that you want it to be.
There's no pronouns involved, though.
So
yes, no. You know what? Let's start with the starfield thing. I have to get this off my chest.
Okay, so can I say something really quick?
You just did.
Well, okay. So with Starfield, I love the graphics, love the direction it's kind of going in, but from what I've heard, I have arachnophobia, and like really really bad. So I'm kind of holding off to playing it for a little while.
I've got 27 hours in the game and haven't come across it yet. But I'm not that far in the storyline because I'm resource harvesting and I'm trying to gain money because like you need a good ship and like you can't get a good ship without money. So you got to get money to get a ship. So I have not run into any spiders yet, and you know I don't like spiders either. It's not that I'm scared of spiders; I just don't like them. They serve no purpose other than to just the kind of like. Bleh.
I hate spiders. The point being is that I am kind of holding off on playing it for a little bit because I hate spiders, and there's spiders in the game. Call me weird. I served in the United States Marine Corps.
So you know the spiders.
Yeah.
Camel spiders.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you got to go about it this way. Like, I know you hate spiders. Like, I know that. But, like, you slept in the same room as a big fucking wolf spider.
Not really. I didn't see it.
Well, like, he's in the window. Like, his whole, like, he's got a whole conical nest built between the screen and my window. He takes care of my bug problem.
But you didn't tell me that, so...
I did, too. You weren't paying attention, but I told you.
Wolf. You said a wolf, but not a wolf spider.
Where is there a wolf near my house? Like I live in Jersey.
Sir.
There's no wolves up here. There's a couple cougars. But I mean...
that I wouldn't mind seeing.
Right? No, there's no wolves up here. There's definitely a wolf spider sitting in my fucking window. Siri told me it was a wolf spider.
How did Siri...
No, shut up. Cancel.
How did Siri tell you that?
Oh, you don't know about that. Okay, so when you take a photo with an iPhone, if you take a photo of a certain thing, whether it's a rock, it's a plant, it's a flower, it's a bush, it's a tree, it's an animal, it'll describe what it is. I'll give you a good.
No,
I'll show you how. No, it's fucking cool. So check this out. Let me find a picture of my dog, and it'll tell you he's a poodle.
If it pops up as a Belgian Malinois, I'll be laughing.
Oh, I would love that. Oh, shit. I was like, wait a minute. Why are...
So he's just scrolling throughout the dick pics that we sent each other.
A lot of my pictures didn't get put on here. From my old phone. Oh, I gotta download the backup. That's right.
Yeah, he was just scrolling through dick pics that were on there.
Matt won't stop sending it to me. He's always asking me if this looks weird. And I'm like, yes, it looks weird. Stop showing me. It looked weird the first time you showed it to me 8 years ago. Now it's purple. Okay, that's very strange.
So, okay, on the topic of Starfield, the graphics look great.
Graphics are amazing.
Yeah, amazing, everything. That is just the point of, for me, not wanting to see the spiders because I've had a very bad traumatic experience with spiders.
Okay, check it out. Do you see this picture?
Yeah.
If you can, there's purple like flowers in it, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't really show up well on my screen. There's an information button with a star. If you hit that and you look up plant, I can tell you that that's a butterfly bush.
Nice.
Yeah, Siri can do, apples can do that. I can take a
Apple
picture.
phone.
Yeah, the Apple phone can do that. I can take a picture of a rock. It'll tell me what kind of rock it is. I can take a picture of a bee. I have pictures of bees, like really good photographic quality picture bees. And it'll tell me what species of bee it is. We killed a cicada killer wasp the other day in our back porch. And I took a picture of it, and it said cicada killer wasp. Yeah, it was fucking cool. And it gave the scientific name for it too, which translate to bullshit because I couldn't pronounce it.
So your phone is good at leaking information for certain things.
Yeah, no, hang on. No. I didn't get to my Starfield thing. I got sidetracked.
Okay.
Starfield is great. Starfield is amazing. I love Starfield. It's one of the most badass games I've ever played because I'm a Bethesda nerd and I'm a space nerd. However, there's an issue that I have, and I've heard that people have brought this up already. Mm-hmm. They do not let you continue character customization until you pick your pronouns.
Oh, I saw that.
I am not upset by it. I am not enraged by it. However, I respect everyone's right to feel the way they do. I know how I feel. You're not going to argue with me on it. I do not think that you can appropriate pronouns in the first person. Or whatever. They, them, he, me, whatever. I don't know it. It's not to be offensive. I just haven't taken the time to know it because I don't really care. That might be offensive. Sue me. That's fine. The problem I have is if you are demanding the respect to be recognized, I'm okay with that. However, I feel that I am capable of deserving the same respect in that I shouldn't have to fucking play along if I don't want to. Second, and furthermore, I think, though, is there is politics every fucking where. Half of our job deals with politics. Mm-hmm. Okay? I am inundated with bullshit politics all fucking day. And at the end of the day, when everyone in my house is asleep and I want 5 minutes before I go to bed to fly around in a starship and raid some asshole's ship for all his gear and his stuff, that's what I want. What I don't want is ideology and politics forced down my fucking throat in my goddamn video games. I should have had the option to opt out of that selection. That's where I stand.
Technical difficulties, but sorry guys, technical difficulties about that. So Scottsdale, go on in what you were saying.
Well, we're gonna have to restart it, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. So, as I was saying, as I was going on with my rant, you mean? So in the game, they don't let you finish your customization until you pick your pronouns, and I'm all for respecting people and what they want. Okay. I try to do my best, but at the end of the day, I'm human. I make mistakes, and a lot of it is I don't care about it. I don't think you can appropriate pronouns, and it's just because you can't appropriate grammar like that. That's not how life works. That's not how that's not how verbiage works. Okay. You wanted the option to be included in the game. Cool, you were included in the game. However, not everybody abides by this whole pronoun bullshit. Okay. I feel, as the common consumer, that with all of the bullshit ideology and politics that we are inundated with every day, that it should not be in my video games, and I should have been able to opt out of that selection. If you want me to respect you, you gotta respect me as well, okay? So you want that option in the video game? That's great. That's great. That's progress. Okay? However,
I do. Hold on. I do feel as though, for me personally, I don't give a shit. But at the same time, it grows so much as to, like, okay, I moved past it. He, him.
Yeah, I moved past it. I did.
Because it's two males fight me. He, him, and she, her, female, male.
Yeah, like I went, I owned up and, I was like, you know what, I want to play the game. I want to play the game that much. I'm not going to let this bother me. And it's never come across in my entirety of the playthrough so far that it's never come across where it was an issue. And that's cool. like, I get it. So then if it's not going to come across in the gameplay, what was the purpose of it? If it doesn't come across in gameplay what my pronouns are, where I don't have a gameplay character being, oh, so what are your pronouns? So I know what to address you by. It has not come up in the game. If it does, hey, we'll cross that road when it gets there. But it hasn't so far. So now my question is, what was the purpose of putting it in the game? Was that like, hey, don't hate us, we see you too?
If I fucking die in space and watch him put the pronouns as was, were on the fucking grave site.
He was, him were. Yeah, like, I don't care about it. Like, I think that we should have been able to skip that. I mean, there's other games that it's come across too, where I've been like, pick a gender, he, him, other, none.
Here's a thought for you. If there's an attractive, what's looking like a female alien, I said, I don't know what your gender is, but your pussy's out of this world. Ha ha.
I feel like that one was. I don't know. I can't help you with that one. No, like, but otherwise, Starfield is worth the play. Right now, I have it on the Xbox Game Pass, so I can't mod it yet. But when I can afford it through Steam and I mod it, oh my god, I've already seen some of the mods for it. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
So you've seen, okay, so I know that your phone and some of the mods in Starfield have been leaked out, like information and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what other company has leaked out information?
Biden crime family?
That too?
Oh, that was, sorry. You mean Liberty Safe, aka the Biden crime family. I mean, shit, stop that. That doesn't even mean things. Yeah, Liberty Safe.
For those of you that aren't aware, Liberty Safe is a pew-pew company, a gun company that...
No, they're not a gun company.
Well, whatever. Well,
they are a
gun company.
They are a pew-pew storage company.
Yeah.
Store your pew-pews, people. Just not with Liberty Safe. They'll rat you out.
But now they've given away information as to a customer that was around the D.C. area when January 6th was happening.
Yeah.
And they gave up his lock code to the Fed boys, the Alphabet boys, so then that way that they can go into his stuff.
Man, this world's being slippery, dude. Like, and I hope people see it, because he was just at a protest for January 6th, okay? But you had all those tens of thousands of people who burnt down and destroyed cities in the wake of George Floyd and the gentleman from Atlanta and all this stuff, and then like the Jacob Blake shit, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars worth of damage. And, you know, these people were arrested and let out the next day. One of my friends in New York says that you could basically commit some forms of murder and be out the next day, or within an hour, just because of these liberal DAs and stuff. But for someone just to be at a protest on January 6th and to be ID'd somehow, and now he's in jail? Mm-hmm. Like, for what? What did he do? Because he was in DC? So if you and me had went to DC, like we had talked, like we were like, man, we should really go, like that, whatever. If we had gone just for the simple fact that we had gone, we could have been looked at as domestic terrorists. And that shows you what a two-faced justice system we have when Hunter Biden is not facing any type of jail time. However, now he apparently is. He's going to be indicted on his gun charge, but it doesn't do anything for anything else.
But wait, remember that thing that you sent me with the FBI, or what was it, the symbols of militant groups?
Yeah. So now apparently, I'm a domestic terrorist because of the symbols that are on my truck, because I believe in my Constitution, and I believe in the people of my country, and I believe in my Declaration of Independence. Sir, we are now enemies of the state because of that.
Oh, well.
We are threats to democracy.
Oh, well.
Which is fine, because we're not a democracy. We're a constitutional republic.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Because I disagree with someone about something, I'm not going to put a whole entire blockade on their speech. I'm not trying to cancel them out, because it's their First Amendment right. The same thing is that if someone were to disagree with me, they would try to do the same thing if I were to do that to another person if I disagree with what they said.
Fuck you, Michael Rappaport. Yeah, he knows who I am.
Who's that?
Exactly. Who's that? He is
literally.
Yeah, no, literally. He's some fucking washed up, has-been C-list TV actor who always gets portrayed as like the douchebag idiot. And now, apparently, if you say something that he doesn't like, it's anti-Jewish. Because we're conservative. And then we're anti-Semites. But he doesn't even fucking know me.
Let me ask you, let me throw in a name out there. Ben Shapiro.
What about him? Good dude. Honest guy. I mean, I think he speaks from the heart. So,
yeah.
I would say he's honest.
Just because he's Jewish, he's not going to always have the same thoughts and opinions of someone else.
Yeah, no. The fact that he's... Group. You know what? I didn't realize he was Jewish until about 2 years after I started watching him, because his hair's dark and I never noticed the fucking yarmulke on the top of his head until one day I did. Yeah. I don't care that he's Jewish. What the fuck? That doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
He's an honest dude. He speaks from the heart.
So to piggyback on what... God damn it.
Yeah.
To piggyback what off of Scottsdale saying, fuck you.
Yeah, like... I don't know. I mean, like...
It's, Michael, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Rappaport. Like... The only reason I know who he is because I've seen a TV show that he was in. And he's got this annoying, fucking, nasally, whiny New York voice. Mm-hmm. Not saying that everybody from New York is like that. I have plenty of friends from New York that are awesome. But just that New York Jewish kind of, I grew up in the Bronx, fuck you. I can't do his stupid accent, and thank God I can't, because I'd probably want to fucking forever sleep myself if I did. And I've got more to live for than that. So now he just sits on
Reynolds yourself.
Yeah, so now he just sits on X, Twitter, whatever. I still call it Twitter, but he sits on Twitter and bitches about Donald Trump and people who use their freedom of speech and people who are not Democrat, but Republican or conservative or anything else other than, some liberal bullshit retard. Sorry.
Isn't it ironic? He's using his freedom of speech for people against wanting to use their freedom of speech.
I mean, that's fucking irony, right?
Yeah.
Hey, hashtag this for me, Matt. Fuck you, Rappaport.
Okay.
See that shit, bitch. Like, I mean... Look, everybody has their freedom of speech, but just to automatically deem me racist or anti-Semite just because I say something you might not like, fuck you. You know what else I don't like? I don't like, what's her name? I don't even fucking know her name. The lady from New Mexico.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Right here. The lady from New Mexico. Glad that you brought that up. I got her name... right here.
Right here.
Right here.
Right here?
So, for those of you that don't know, the New Mexico governor is issuing trying to suspend anyone who open carries or conceals carries.
It's basically saying that the First Amendment and the Second Amendment do not exist during an emergency.
New Mexico Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham speaks at the Acosta Winds Towers on August 9th, 2023 in Belen, New Mexico. Grisham on Friday, September 8th, issued an emergency public health order that suspends the open and permitted concealed carry of firearms in Albuquerque for 30 days in the midst of a spat of gun violence. I gotta get my thoughts together. Commenters on...
Yeah. Fuck them too. Just kidding, I love you guys.
So...
You guys made us what we are today.
The Democratic governor said she expects legal challenges, but was compelled to act because of a recent shooting, included the death of an 11-year-old boy outside of a minor league baseball stadium this week. So, I'm not read up on this issue. I don't know. I don't understand. I could go several ways. It could be the fact that it could be a gang area, and gang activity could happen. It could so many different things. So I'm not going to comment on that.
I mean, I will say if it is gang activity area, then you probably shouldn't be defunding the police.
Yeah. Lujan Grisham said state police would be responsible for enforcing what amount of civil violations. The Albuquerque Police Chief Harold Medina said he won't enforce it. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
I said the Albuquerque Police Chief Harold Medina said he wouldn't enforce it.
You go, Harold. Somebody get that man a beer. Get him a case.
And Bernal, I don't know the county. I apologize for anyone that lives in New Mexico. I'll just say Bern County Sheriff John Allen said he's uneasy about it because it raises too many questions about constitutional rights.
No, it does. Okay, so here's the thing. She says that her right or her job to uphold the constitutional laws are not absolute. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They are.
Yeah.
Because without that First Amendment law, you don't have your own freedom of speech. So you have to watch what you say. Second off, your bodyguards, the people who are supposed to guard them, they can't have their guns either. Do they get special permission because they're government employees that they can carry their guns? Nah, that's not very. That's not very. That's pretty quid pro quo, don't you think?
Yeah. You guys, if you are wanting to read this, I'll post this in the description below, too.
And I read something about it on the shitter the other day. And, I wasn't 100% sure about it. And then, it started to blow up. And I watched the interview. And this woman is absolutely stupid. The things that come out of her mouth, I feel like I lost more brain cells on than any other thing I've ever lost brain cells on. To the point where I can't even make a comparison. So, there's that.
It's people, okay, to educate more people. Back in I forgot, it was what year it was, but what's the health program that issued was it the
World Health Organization?
No, not WHO.
CDC?
Yeah. CDC issued did a research as to why so many people carry guns around for protection. And they found out that 3 million lives are saved a year due to guns used defensively.
Yeah.
And since then, the Biden administration took that research page down. Gee, I wonder why.
Because they don't like the fact that it's true. They don't like the truth. That's fine.
And people
It'll
are
come out
wanting
eventually.
background checks for gun purchases. It's called the 4473. Look that form up.
Like, yeah, that's why it takes 3 days.
Yeah, and it's sent through the NICS system, which the FBI...
Federal government. Yeah.
Yeah. It's sent through the FBI, put through their NICS system to make sure that you can pass that background. So a little bit of education for you.
Yeah.
And here's this lady...
I passed my background.
Yeah. This lady sounded stupid as all hell.
Yeah, like, I mean... People who don't directly involve themselves in firearms and the firearm industry should not talk about what firearms can and cannot do. You're basically... You're speaking on an area you have no expertise.
But accordingly to Biden, a 9mm will blow a lung out of you.
I mean, I have a round that could do that, but it's not a handgun round. So,
Yeah.
like, at the same time, like, that says a lot for a lot of different rounds. So, like, that's not true. A 9mm will not blow your lung out of your back. Can it pass through? That's possible. Anything's possible.
If you dream hard enough.
I mean, screws fall out all the time. The world's an imperfect place. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's possible that, you know, you could have a pass-through, especially if you hit a nice soft fleshy spot. But a 9mm is not going to blow your lung out of your back. My 40 caliber has a better chance of doing that, and that's still 0. So, the more you know.
The more you know. Trauma.
Yeah. Nah, it's just dumb.
And I feel like I feel the need to say this every single time. If you choose to want to learn more about pew-pews, guns, fine. You know, if
do
you don't,
so in the
then
correct
you don't.
environments.
But don't try to impede on other people's rights of what they can and can't do in that sense. If they want to protect themselves, let them protect themselves.
You know what? I'm not happy that this happened, but I am kind of... Okay, it's going to sound bad. Take it for what it is. But I am kind of happy it happened. So there is a Minnesota Democratic staff member. She's like high ranking in the Democratic Party in Minnesota. Last year, she made very radical statements on Twitter and Facebook for defunding the Minneapolis Police Department and completely dismantling it and using the funding for other social programs. The other day, she was violently carjacked in front of her 4 kids. She was beaten, bruised, left bloody, and had a broken leg.
I've heard of this.
Her neighbors were also held at gunpoint when they tried to intervene and help. And her children were held at gunpoint. And now she's out here claiming that, you know, all these youths that have these illegal guns need to be brought to justice and held and criminally tried. Why did it take you getting your ass beat? And she made it about herself. When she, on her post, she was like, when you see this face, remember what happened or remember this. Why did it take your fucking face when there are so many other faces that'll never see the light of day? Because of the exact same shit that you and your fucking liberal cronies are pushing. These soft on crime policies are exactly what I mean, look, I mean, I hate it. Yeah, the kids are going to be emotionally scarred for probably a very long time, if not life. You know, she's got a road to recovery with a broken leg and contusions and lesions and shit like that. Obviously, she's got some mental trauma from that. But, like, there are hundreds of thousands of other people who have been through that before. You are not special. The universe does not love you. You have the ability to have a public platform, and that's why you get the notification. That's why you get the notice, and nobody else does. But you reap what you sow. You asked for this. This is exactly what the policies that you impart are producing, and you see it all over the country. I watch news clips from all over the country. Texas, Atlanta, Milwaukee, Denver, Ohio, whatever. And it's the same shit. Young men with guns that they've illegally ascertained who are committing crimes, violent crimes, carjackings, robberies, all this shit. And no one wants to address central issues. Central issues being that, you know, there's an entire entertainment industry built around this.
Well, I think that I'm going to stop right there here
Yeah, go ahead.
for a second. I think that it could do with some of it could do with the influence that entertainment has, yes, but how much of it has the person, celebrity, gone through background checks and all that stuff? I think it's more along the lines of the gang activities. When I was at your wedding recital, I forgot the gentleman's name. I'm sorry. Older gentleman with the old, like his wife.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
I don't want to dox him or anything. I asked him if he knew about the situation with the ATF and the government. Operation Fast and Furious, which is a fucked up job. I mentioned it before several times. But basically, the U.S. government dropped some guns in Mexico to figure out where the leaks are coming from the cartel. Cartel snuck it through. And my question is that how many of the same type of weapons wind up in gangs? Because, you know, gangs and cartels have a relation to pass through drugs in the United States.
Yeah.
Don't you think that issues such as that would have a younger person that is in a gang be more liable and susceptible to getting guns illegally that way?
I mean, that's the biggest thing to it.
Yeah.
You know, I can show you, and like I've watched, you know, mini docs and exposés about, you know, how gang life is attributed to a lot of rap music nowadays. And it's appealing to people because they see, you know, pretty women, you know, foreign cars, money, clothes, diamonds, jewelry, shit like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, all that comes with a darker side, and that shit can get you messed up. I mean, there's I'm going to say, no, I'm not going to say artist because he's not, but there's a rapper named Takeshi 69. I don't know if you ever heard of the dude.
Yeah.
But in a lot of his music videos, because I used to hang out with people who listen to that shit, but a lot of his music videos, you know, he's got pounds of weed he's throwing around, chicks shaking their ass, a bunch of dudes pointing guns at the cameraman and shit. Like, one misfire and that dude is dead.
Yeah.
And, you know, just acting stupid and shit. And, like, people see this and, like, they're like, oh, that looks cool. You know, money, cars, clothes, shit like that. Like, you have a whole entertainment industry section that is basically built around that lifestyle, and I think that's a big, you know, lifestyle to address. You know, I mean, you've got gang life in prison, you've got gang life out of prison. Like, obviously it's a problem. Obviously I think that's a problem. Doesn't matter who it is or who's in it, I think that's a problem. You know, if that's what you have to peddle, you know, in order to be famous, like, that's an issue when you should be, like, promoting people to stay out of that life because people get killed. People get killed at a young age in that lifestyle. You know, there could be more there could be more black doctors. There could be more, colored doctors. There could be more Asian doctors and stuff like that. But you got to be able to get yourself out of situations. But you shouldn't have to get yourself out of a situation if it doesn't exist. If that's a situation that is addressed, maybe shit'll change one day.
Take a look at a guy by the name of Ben Carson.
Yeah, Barack Obama.
Like Ben Carson, from what I heard, is a phenomenal neurosurgeon.
Mm-hmm.
Look at guys like that as examples. May not always do the best thing, but they're up in that certain position because they have goals and knock them out the way.
I mean, if you want to live your lifestyle, acting a fool and shit, that's great. But when people don't agree with it and they want that quiet lifestyle, I don't think you should be able to bitch about it.
If you're a parent, certainly if you're a parent raising a kid while you're doing the gang life, but you don't want them to live the gang life,
I mean,
what is that saying to them? It's basically saying that you're a fucking hypocrite.
Yeah. No, I know a lot of it starts from what I've seen and from what I've learned over the years. A lot of it starts within the family. You got your uncle, and then your dad gets, it's a domino effect, and it sucks. But I think I've said this before. There was a TV show. I don't think I was watching it, but I think I was flipping through channels one day, and there was a TV show called Blackish on, and I'd never really watched it, and I was kind of looking for something new to watch. And the lady, the wife, is talking about how she wants her kids to go to this like Renaissance farm and like learn what it was like back in the old days and how life was, which I think it's pretty cool. And I can't remember his name, Anthony something. He's got that big old gap in his teeth. Comedian, whatever.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, he looks at her, he goes, "Baby, that's some white people shit." If I had said that's some black people shit in a TV show, hell, I'll probably get canceled for it right there. But if I said that in a TV show, the whole fucking world would lose their mind. This man says that's some white people shit. I'm sorry, what's white people shit? Raising animals? Farming? Really? That's white people shit? Because I grew up where I grew up. I lived on a farm when I grew up, and down the road there was a farmer. Guess what? His entire family was black. Holy shit. Good people. Great fucking people. And you know what? His wife made the best pumpkin pie. I cannot lie.
So here's another subject that I wanted to get in touch with. The common misconception that certain politicians are in it to help out with good people regardless, and all this and that and this other sort. Here's a thing to where people don't know about here's a thing from politicians and trading companies. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, here it is. Rick Allen, Republican and GA, trades with 25 companies, 3 potential conflicts of interest.
Which means, if anybody doesn't know, within the 25 companies that he trades with, 3 of them are competitors.
Yes. And
competitors to other companies.
Cindy Axine, or whatever her name is, Democrat from Iowa. She has traded with 43 companies, 13 potential conflicts of interest.
So of the 43 companies that she trades with, she's got 13 companies who are competitors with other companies in her trading list.
Yep. Then there's Democrat from VA, Donald, what's his name? Donald
Duck?
Nah.
Half-like.
Donald Sternoff Bayer Jr. Traded with 71 companies, 3 potential conflicts of interest.
That's not that bad.
Yeah. there's so many more on here that have traded with companies and have certain conflict of interest. Both sides.
But you forgot the cherry on that list. You forgot the cherry on that list. Goddamn dinosaur herself.
I got it right here. Shut the fuck up. At least I'm doing it. And ready? Nancy Pelosi traded with 24 companies and earned $81 million in stocks from 2019 to 2021, and she traded with 24 companies.
Yep. Goddamn dinosaur herself, not Dianne Feinstein. She needs to retire too. Just the poor woman's just done.
There's a couple of names that I missed on that list, but
yeah, that's a huge list.
Yeah,
that's a huge list.
It's that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's because like they know people who are on the boards of these companies, you know. Mm-hmm. Like take okay, I know for one that Nancy Pelosi's husband knows people who work for Nvidia, whatever you want to say. And during the graphics card boom, you know, they got some information and they invested a lot of money in Nvidia, and you know, guess what? She made a lot of fucking money. Mm-hmm. And that hurts the little guy like me, because guess what? I own 2 stocks in Nvidia, but they're expensive. All right, I only own 2. I didn't drive my shit up. I didn't make money off that. She made money off that because she bought a shit ton of stocks because she had some insider trading info. Like,
and isn't it funny how when a certain tragedy happens, politicians pull out of a certain stock trade deal when it's at its very peak?
Yeah. If it's at its peak and something bad happens, you're like, whoa, okay, never mind. Speaking of which, I gotta download one of my trading apps because I got a new phone and fucking didn't download them. If I am making anything, which I'm probably not, I want to know what it's not going to be.
You and I know some people that bought or sold their stock in Bitcoin.
Yeah,
and are now kicking themselves in the head for it.
I lost 2 Bitcoins. I'm so mad. I lost the hard drive over just like over the course of life. You gotta understand, I'm 37. That was college. But yeah, wait. I could have sold those. I own stock.
Did you install it on a was it? Do they have college computers over there?
No. It was on my it was on a laptop. I upgraded the hard drive, left the 2 coins on that old hard drive, and then put it up.
Where'd you put it?
Man, if I knew, I wouldn't hate myself. I'd have sold it about 3 years ago. I'd have sold both of them for 3. Oh. No, I would have sold them both 3 years ago had I known. But it was still like relatively low back then. Like I own stock in Black Rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like $40 worth, but that's about it.
It's
less than $5 a share right now. Go drive that shit up, people.
I remember when Dogecoin was a thing too.
I had Dogecoin. I invested a lot in Dogecoin. I lost a lot in Dogecoin. Evie lost a lot in Dogecoin too, and I feel bad because I was like, hey, Doge is going up. Buy a bunch right now while it's still low, and then it dropped even lower. It was like, that was bullshit.
Yeah, that was a whole thing. What was it, 2020?
Yeah, and it was like
2021.
It got up to $33 a share at one point. And I was like, it's supposed to keep going up. Then Elon was like, I'm getting ready to endorse it. And everyone was like, well, it's not. Which is bullshit because Elon is fucking gold.
Elon or Eli?
Elon Musk was getting ready to publicly back Doge. And everyone was like, I'm holding off. But fucking everything Elon touches turns to gold.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it struggles at first because, like, you know, That's just how companies work and shit. But when he gets it, he gets it. The man made PayPal. He made his money off selling PayPal. And then had Tesla, and then SpaceX. And all the money he made from Tesla, he put into SpaceX. And now SpaceX is a fucking cash cow. Tesla is a fucking cash cow. I mean...
We're willing to invest freedom into what company?
Well, I mean, Article 1776 every day.
Damn right. Make sure you shop at article1776.com for all the stuff, the gears, all the freedom loving stuff.
It's gonna be getting cold soon. We got some hoodies coming out. Got a couple kinks to figure out with them. But
were you proud of me of that transition?
That was actually good. That was good.
I felt proud of myself there for a second.
That was good. I mean, I give you a 6. You need to stick the landing though.
Okay. So,
stick it, girl.
But make sure you go cop you up a shirt over at Article 1776 Clothing, where 5% of the proceeds at the end of the month go to veteran charities helping out with law enforcement or whatever that
firefighters, first responders, frontline doctors and nurses.
Yep, you name it, we try to do it.
And Matt's hooked on phonics funds.
I are smart.
I are weasel.
So, my name is Matthew Kicklighter. You could actually look up my socials in the link descriptions below. Scottsdale, give him your stuff, please.
Scottsdale87, unless you're on Instagram, then it's _80. So Scottsdale _87. Imagine how many people would put _87. It's probably 2, but...
And did you give him the dad joke of the day this time?
Oh, God, no, I don't. I've been packing, like... I wanted to pack my bags for my flight Tuesday, by tomorrow morning. That way I don't have to do anything tomorrow night but watch TV and fall asleep. So
at least he was at least he's coming back to his home, unlike your stepdad.
I am not coming back to Florida. I am getting out of Florida as soon as I can. I'm only there to pack a house and leave.
That was my
hey, are you busy next week?
That was my wicked dad joke attempt.
That was, hey, are you busy next week? You want to help me move some shit?
You know what you should do?
What's up?
You should come back to the house and just randomly bring out a carton of milk. I came back with the milk.
Right.
Evie would just look at you like, what the fuck?
Hey, I've gone to go get the milk a couple times, and I came back.
Love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, listening, wherever that you are.
Podcasts, YouTube, Google, Spotify.
All the things. Go make sure you follow, like, subscribe, hit the 5 stars or whatever that it is that you're on. We appreciate you guys. Love y'all so much.
Hit them all. Bye. Stop talking.